Hello, everybody. Hope you guys can see me. Uh, Good evening to everybody. Today we have our guest Nikitha Narayan. Since yesterday, looking at her recent pictures and everything when we were collaging and all, more as and when we were seeing the more pictures and collaging and seeing few of the videos and her movie clippings, for me the excitement started more and more increasing. And in fact I had to travel today to come back to my home, and so as soon as I came back I checked whether Wi-Fi is there, so it's on, so we are good. So thank you very much, Nikitha, for accepting our invitation to be a part of this.
Hi. Hi everyone. Hi Chinmay. Hi Guru. Hi everyone, Guru and Jana and everybody else viewing this. This is so exciting for me as well. Nice collage. Nicely done. Thank you for having me.
Maybe
yeah. So where did you come? You said you were coming from somewhere. Did you guys? Are you guys operating like from work, from office?
Oh, no. I was stuck in my in-laws' place because of the lockdown.
Okay.
Since it got released, I came back today.
Okay. Cool.
So Nikitha, just to give a background of this is Gurujana Connect event, and as we explained to you earlier, we had a lot of events like quiz competition and present your precious moment to the office, and some things like even we did a fashion show. There was a fabulous models, and because they are from Gurujana, I think that they were better than you in our fashion show.
For sure. I'd love to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had those events. We thought when the lockdown is ending, we'll also have a few celebrities with her to have both a combination of some life lessons as well as some fun and some joy to end these Gurujana Connects, hoping that lockdown will also end. So with this, you're here with us. So as I told you,
thank you so much. Yes, I heard about it, and I heard Ramesh Arvind sir did it last week. I said, "Are you sure?" Because that's a tough one to stand up to. The standards are too high. So I'm like, okay. I told myself I'm gonna just have fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're much more close to us because sure, Nilima.
Before we start, can we ask Janki to unmute so that everybody can welcome Nikitha, this gorgeous lady, with a warm welcome of the round cheers and all?
Sure.
Janki, unmute everybody for a moment. We want to hear everybody's cheer. Let's all welcome Nikitha.
Welcome, Nikitha.
Hi, Nikitha.
Nikitha.
Hi.
You can mute him.
Okay, that was nice. Very good to hear so many voices, cheerful voices. So let us start. So for everybody and for Nikitha also, we have planned this event in a very little different way than most other events, and also the recently concluded one. So in this, we will have a clipping of Nikitha's movie or her pictures, or some. We have got some rare collection pictures. So based on that picture or the movie clipping, we will have a related question, which you would need to answer as Nikitha. Are you game?
Yeah, I can hear you. That was wonderful. Thanks for the cheer, guys. This is some real awesome cheering during tough times of quarantine. So.
Okay, when you mentioned quarantine, I mean, I recently heard that you just came down from Dubai for a shoot, and as soon as you came down, you had to lock yourself down and quarantine. So, how is your time till now during these lockdown?
So, do you want to play the video later, or should I answer that?
So, this is without a video question. It's a impromptu question.
Okay, cool. So yes, you're right. I moved to Dubai recently, and I came down to Bangalore to finish a pending shoot of a movie that I was already working on, and I got stranded here. Nevertheless, I think this was almost a month and a half ago till it got so scary. So that's why I'm here. And how am I spending quarantine? Well, I think I've signed up for online courses like Harvard and Coursera. They're offering so many free online courses. So all of you can do that. Try that out as well. Then playing my guitar, spending time with family, cooking, improving on my culinary skills. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess talking to everybody. It's one of the, it's very important to be mindful and just to live in the present. It's been hard. I have, to be quite honest, yes, I've sort of fought with my mom, my sister, and I would be like, oh, I can't, tolerate this anymore. I can't tolerate you guys anymore. It's been like that. But also, I think then your relationship gets stronger because you're also sort of reconciling and trying to see how you can work around it. And then you're friends again. And yeah, and I've been exercising. I think meditation all of you should do, which I've taken to recently, which is sort of helping me now. So that's how my quarantine time has been. Yeah.
Okay, great. So Nikitha, we have one video which is a combination of 4-5 movies and a few things of yours. Janki, can we have that video, please, to start with?
I will see everybody. This is so wonderful.
Yeah.
ಒಬ್ರನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ರು ಮುಂದುವರಿಯೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ.
ಬೇಡಿಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನೋಡು ಬೇಯುವ ಹೃದಯಕ್ಕೆ. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಏನು ಉದ್ದ ಇಲ್ಲ, 1, 2, 3 ಇಂಚು.
ನಿಮ್ ಸಾವಾಸದಿಂದ ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಮಲ್ಗದ್ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
సారీ అర్జున్, ఆ డెసిషన్ తీసుకుని నేను చాలా పెద్ద తప్పు చేశాను.
నోనో, దీని స్పెషాలిటీ నీకు అర్థం కాలేదు. ఇది మన ప్రేమ పాపాయి. నెల క్రితం నేను నీకు ప్రపోజ్ చేశాను కరెక్టే, కానీ నువ్వు నాకు ప్రపోజ్ చేయలేదు కదా.
సేరిసు నన్నను నిన్న భావన వలయకే. అర్జున్కి నేను ఎలాగో తగ్గట్లేదు. అట్లీస్ట్ తన లైఫ్లో అన్నీ దొరికేటట్టు చేయి. మనీ, ప్రమోషన్, సక్సెస్, మంచి అమ్మాయిని కూడా. మనసిನ ಹಾಡಿದು
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಡಲ್ಲ.
ಪರಿಹಾರ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೆ.
Forget it. It's okay. Sorry.
Wow, thank you guys. That's nicely done.
So it's a summation of all different kinds of roles and other things. You've played wonderful video. So yeah. So maybe, okay, we'll start with our quiz. So you have now one video of yours you should be seeing, and then followed by the question. Janki, can we have first video?
Which one?
Like a butterfly, pretty girl, high, looks like a baby. Be cute and come and hit the floor. Put it up, beat it up, take it up, yeah. Bring it up, pump it up, sing it up, yeah. Go.
So this is your first movie, and I've heard, I had not seen this movie, but I had heard that this was a sensational movie, and there was a huge sensation about the new upcoming actors in this movie, and many of them I spoke have seen this movie.
Yeah.
So the question is, how was your start? How was your start journey in the cinema? I know you've done many other things. We'll be talking about other things also today. But how was your start as a cinema heroine?
First of all, it was a complete accident. Like, not that I aspired to be an actress or that I participated in school theater plays, etc. It just so happened that from modeling, I for pocket money, like eventually graduated to movies because it kept coming. I didn't want to discontinue my education when during my modeling days. So I finished a degree, and then this movie offer came in, and I remember I'd still not finished. That was a final semester. There was a star hunt going on, and there were all these auditions. So I went in audition and I got selected. Like, you don't need a star background to be a star, sort of that was the caption. And it's surprising because my parents were supportive. The director is an IIT Chennai gold medalist, and my co-star was from, he had an executive program from Harvard Business School and all that. Wow. And here I was hired by Facebook and Google and Goldman Sachs, and I chose Facebook. And I had a job, and then there was this. So I didn't want to have regrets. Like, people want to be in the films. I didn't want to later in my 30s, or I want to look back and say I want to do a film. I can't do that. So my dad said, why don't you take it up? So it was a great team. The first movie was definitely a wonderful experience. So I used to go, write my exams, go attend a press meet. There were many back-to-back press meets right after, because they'd found this new talent or whatever. So that's how it all began with the movies. So I just plainly auditioned, as simple as that. Yeah.
Okay. That's very good to hear, because as you said, without a starship background, becoming a star is very rare, and especially such a difficult industry like Telugu industry, where we see only the big stars. So it was very good to know, Nikitha.
Yeah. But I have to admit that it doesn't, a lot of people, for me, the struggle started after that, because I didn't know I could act, but I just promised the director that I'm willing to work hard, I'm willing to learn. That was very important. And I'd never watched films. Like, even in college, I would never bunk and go watch a film. I was this geek, like sort of this nerdy kid, and you'll know why. So I was quite surprised that I was a part of this experience. And then I got great reviews, was nominated for awards and all of that. But after that, I was hoping to find good work coming my way, and it didn't happen. So life is full of surprises. Like, I was like, what went wrong? And for someone who was juggling between modeling and, college and everything, suddenly there was a vacuum. I had nothing to do. I was sitting at home. And that's when I decided to, okay, that's another story, that I run back and take up a corporate job.
Okay, so we have a question also on that. Maybe we can talk in that question. So it was good to know, Nikitha. So now you have the next question. Again, as I said, an audio clipping. So Janki, the next video.
వైజాగ్ పద.
అమ్మ, నన్ను నమ్మమ్మా ప్లీజ్. నేనే తప్పు చేయలేదు.
నిన్నోరే నమ్ముతారు, రా.
Oh God, I got slapped.
Yeah. So Neelima had a question on this. She was very curious to know about something on this. Neelima?
Hi, Neelima. Anand Prasad has some visual thing of my picture behind. Pretty cool. Thank you.
So that was one of the EDM we circulated for this event. And Anand Prasad is our audit partner.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll take Neelima's question. So Nikitha, in this picture, though it is one of the small scenes, but yet very important scene from your first movie, I think again, this one. So just as this scene is an example where your mom comes and hit you, and this scene, like there's maybe many other scenes could be in a negative connotation. So how do you think your fans react to such a, I mean, situations? You'll have very nice scenes, and some scenes could be connoting negative activity of the character. So how do you think your fans react to, and how do you face your fans and the critics?
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, a lot of big stars do have a say in the script. Sometimes they say, I don't agree with certain things, but that is from my first film and I didn't know what I was doing. I was still trying to figure it out. But yes, we did ask that question. Like Jayasudha ma'am was like, are you sure? She was asking the director, why would you want to keep slapping your child? I mean, she's grown up. That's just not done, because she slapped me twice. So, but I guess, at that point of time when the movie came out, that was my first film. That was 10 years ago. And I don't know, that time it was not so questionable, I guess. My fans did say, ma'am, don't get slapped. We feel bad for you and all of that. So, but I don't know. But also in the story, if people, whoever has watched the film, has Neelima watched the film? Has Neelima watched the film?
Yeah, I think Neelima has lost her connectivity. Yes, Neelima was saying she has watched the film. And many of us sitting here, I was speaking to Akila. Akila was saying she has watched the movie. And many of us, we were talking to, they've watched this movie.
So, yeah, that happens. But I think now we can always question that. Of course, we don't have to do what we don't want to be. But I also believe that it's end of the day a make-believe world and it's the director's vision. So it's okay. But yes, today I am in a position to say I wouldn't be just taking slaps, which are just mindless. So, but I remember, see, she's such a veteran actor. Jayasudha Garu is like a yesteryear veteran actress. And the first day we didn't even have a formal introduction. I remember she came in, she's an MLA also for Secunderabad. Right? So she came in with her gunmen and all. And first of all, she was so intimidating. Then my directors and ADs told me, listen, you have to do it in one take, such a lengthy scene. And she'll get really pissed off. She'll walk out of the sets. You better fix it, like finish it in one take and all that. So all these pressures running in my mind. But I guess the best comes out then. And somehow we didn't even get to say hi. She just walked in right because we were already waiting for her, late for the shot. And she just went, she said, don't mind me slapping you. We'll, just take it as a blessing or something. But we did act the first time. It wasn't as real. So I said, just do it. It's okay, ma'am. Just,
okay.
Yeah.
Nice,
so that was my first interaction with her. And then I was like, oh, hello, I'm Nikitha. And so we got into
Okay.
So yeah, it was fun. But she's called Sahaja Nati. She's called a spontaneous actress, right? So, I mean, she's given that title. So that's one thing that I've really learned from her, to be really spontaneous. I said, yeah, we should be like that everywhere, always in life.
Nice. I think these kind of scenes also would have given you a lot of lessons and acting lessons also. It is really difficult to even act in such an environment. And I'm sure so many times you would have slapped for that one scene, possibly.
Yeah, no, we did it in like 1 or 2 takes, that's all, because once it wasn't real enough. Second slap was like pretty hard. And I'm like, okay, it helped me cry. So anyway, and then I guess that was that. Acting is very challenging. Like I've always looked up to, businessmen or intellectuals growing up. And I thought acting is a very superficial thing. And I think having been in the profession now, I realize that it's really difficult. Like there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. Like you say the whole dialogue, there's literally a fly into the frame, a fly. And because of that, they have to say cut, and do it all over again. So it requires emotional quotient. Unfortunately, most actors are not given enough credit for their intelligence, IQ, EQ, everything. So there are a lot of challenges in that aspect if you look at it. But what I like to say is, in general also, it sort of applies. Like I said, I was never a movie buff. I didn't know what skills it took to be an actor. I think with any profession for that matter, sometimes you're left in a job, you're trying to figure out what to do, how am I going to do this, it's challenging and things like that. But I guess then you learn the skill, look at it as a learning opportunity and stay on top of the game. And you grow and learn on the job. I think that's important, to look at it as an opportunity to learn, any challenge for that matter. Yeah.
Great. That's good. So we'll have the next video, Janki. Janki, can we have next video? You remember this scene, Nikitha?
Yeah, I remember.
So this character, this movie, one of your good movies, which almost all of us sitting here would have seen, I think. And from office itself, we would have been, I don't know, countless number of people, maybe close to 100 and 120 people. We would have come
Yeah,
to the
I
movie that day.
heard. So I just want to see, like, raise your hands. How many of you seen this film together when you were? Wow, that's quite a few. Thank you. Yeah, this movie is apparently playing this morning on Z Kannada. So,
Yeah. I was just seeing. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
today also many people would have seen it.
Yeah.
So in this movie, especially your character is a very, very different and very bold and very youthful character. So as this scene also told, the question is so as the hero is confused, even we are confused as to, okay, you were saying that you love me, but you don't want to marry me. So the question is a combination of what is your feeling in the as a in the role when you take the role, and also in general, what do you think about the entire new generation, the way things are there, like now arranged marriages is a history, and living together with boys and girls living together is not very uncommon. So in this entire scenario, what do you think? One is on the roll, and in general, what do you think? Where are we heading to? Is it right, wrong, and what's your views?
Such a deep question, Chinmay, about I mean, whether it's right, wrong. I really think it's everybody's choice, their own choice. But okay, where do I begin? Like, how many of you? I thought most of you are all like married, or like, are you guys not married? What?
Majority is unmarried.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just about believing in the director's vision and the character. So, but I did relate a lot to it because there are these a lot of my friends who believe like in what Siri, that character, says, that it's just why do you have to be tied down with a tag? But I believe personally, I believe in the institution of marriage. So it's funny for me a lot of times you can't really reconcile your own life story and personality with what you're playing, and that's where it gets challenging, and that's when you'll have to understand the character and play that role. So whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. I think it's a very personal, individual choice. And in this film, yes, there were more justifications as to why that happened. Like, she doesn't say I have had a bad childhood, or that I've seen divorced parents or anything. She's just like, it's my choice, and they've edited this many scenes, unfortunately, because they had to shorten it. But Yograj Bhatt is an amazing storyteller. I think the story was extremely simple, but the screenplay was really unique and natural and sticking to the character. I think that was what was unique. Yeah. So do I believe in it? I just answered that. So it's just an individual's choice.
Chinmay, can I just pitch in for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Nikitha, we have people from New Jersey, from Dubai. We have people from Sirsi, Bhatkal. We have, am I echoing?
No, I can hear you.
Yeah. We have people from Gujarat, all over the city. And in fact, our office on a Saturday is almost like a fashion show. The type of attire the girls wear. Why is it the guys only comes like me and Chinmay? We are just, okay, we take a shirt and pant. But the girls, where all the girls here, pretty girls sitting and seeing here, the Devis of the world, the Pratvis, the Apurvas, the Meheks, and the Mahitis, and Priyanshi from Jaipur, Rashmi from Jaipur. All of you keep an eye open. If you are in good terms with Nikitha, you will get a nod in the movie industry. Of course, that Ajit fellow is there. He's a massive dancer in our office.
Wow, I'm pretty sure like talent packed.
Continue, Chinmay.
Yeah, sure.
So that's wonderful. So what's wrong? I love that the ladies are all dressed up, and it's okay that, like girl power. Come on. So what? You don't, So it's nice that they're making an effort to make themselves feel good. So what? Yeah.
So
And
they
then also it's
really,
very good that you're just being lazy, being yourself.
in fact, Saturday they all looks like dolls. Each of them looks so pretty on Saturday. Office is never the same on Saturday.
Maybe you should have I don't know, every day one fashion parade or something. They'll be happily. No, but seriously, like every day. I think there was some event, right? Some best dress thing or something that Nikhil won. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
Nikhil won. Nikhil won. Yeah, by the way, I don't know how many of you in the
Guru, your voice is breaking. Guru, your voice is not there. I think some internet issue with Guru. Okay, so maybe we'll
bring in the questions also. It doesn't have to be about my movie characters. It can be anything else, whatever you want to talk about, you know.
Sure. Yeah, we have the next question is not about your movie character, but it's about you.
Okay.
Janki, Janki, we can have the next video.
Oh my God, spot me.
ಕನ್ನಡಿಯಿಲ್ಲದ ಊರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದವ ನೀನು ಅಚ್ಚರಿಯೇನಿದೆ ಈ ಕ್ಷಣವೇ ನಿನ್ನವಳಾದರೆ ನಾನು ಕುತೂಹಲ ಒಂದಲ್ಲ ನೂರಾರಿವೆ.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, Nilima, we can hear you.
Can I take this question, Chinmay?
Yeah. Sure. Okay, I think.
I think Nilima is also stuck.
Hello.
She's
Yeah,
back.
now we can hear you, Nilima.
Yeah, hi, Chinmay. Hi, Nikitha. Sorry, the connection was bad, so I could not join. Hello, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
So this video, it's, from a regular, very typical South Indian girl with that salwar, the chashma, and from there to a very modern, a very stylish girl. So how do you think, what are the three things, the three hindsights, which really make you a transformation like this?
Believe me, I'm still the same. I just transfer for the camera. So yes, I am from like a simple middle class family, like anybody, like most of us. And yes, to college, it's like I said, I was a nerd as a geek. So one is the school picture. I'm like, I look like a retard in that. I'm like, okay, whatever. But if you see my college photos and all, I'm wearing glasses, braces, and I used to do puja. I have my vibhuti, kunkma, all that like line like that, and then goes. I was the only girl who followed dress code in college. It used to be, it's like the Mount Carmel. I studied in St. Francis, so that's a pretty popular college for all the fashion parade, like Guru mentioned. That happens, but I was his first bencher and all that. I know it sounds very boring, but how transformation, I'd say that's a long story. Like that's still me now if I'm at home. And I think in college somewhere there was a time I used to make fun of all the girls who change their nail paints every day. I'm like, how did they find the time to do that? So, but that's what it is. Like I said, life has brought me here today wherein I have to do it because it's my profession, and I transform for the camera. And I remember my paper when I won Miss Hyderabad. Literally, the auditions happened because there was a kiosk outside of my college. And anybody who walked out of the gate, so I don't know if you're aware of the word Jade Moni, and like I don't know, a lot of Bangaloreans use it apparently, who Behenjis type, no, they're called Jade Munis or something. So it's probably that. But yeah, then I walked out and they like, fill the form for Miss Hyderabad, fill the form. And all these girls submitting professional portfolios. And I said, what? They're forcing us, Archu, they think we're beautiful. And finally, I said, no, I'm going to the Xerox shop. I'll come back and do it. Then again, they caught us, all those people at the kiosk. They were like, ma'am, fill the form. So I filled some question and answers, and I took off my specs, and they took in the digicam, they shot a picture on the road, literally. And that's all. I get a call one day saying, you've been selected. Your answers were great for this Miss Hyderabad auditions at a big hotel. Okay. And that's how it started. I said, no, I'm not going. And my dad heard the conversation. He said, it's a Sunday. What are you going to do at home? I'll take you. So I went from so many thousands of people in the city auditions. We came to top 20 and I won the competition. So I'll be obviously groomed. And I wouldn't say, that's just one. I'm pretty sure there were girls who were prettier than me, way more beautiful than me. But I guess it was also the personality, and that's something that we should all keep in mind. We don't give ourselves enough credit. Like, we always think it's about, we count certain factors. I think confidence is key. Like, we think are important, but maybe we need a pair of glasses to see it from that perspective. So I think for all of us, that is something that we should consider, not be too hard on ourselves. And I won the competition, and constantly because that choreographer from Bombay used to say, I'll throw the mic on your head, and I was really like crying, saying, Mama, I want to come back. I don't want to be a part of this competition. And she said, no, you can't. Finish it now. Finish it. Have a good fight and come back. Don't let go of, don't do it in between, walk out of it in between. So it's important to finish what you start. And so I finished it, and I finished it pretty successfully. Like, it is a slap in his face. I'm on the on the panel of Miss Hyderabad. Every year I go, I see his face, and I'm also on, I'm one of the judges. So I'm saying you should have self-belief, and confidence is something that's really important.
Yeah. Really nice. I think
so I just transformed. Yeah. And my principal was still like, are you sure that's you, my child? And everybody has these preconceived notions that a good looking person or someone who's an actress or whatever can't study well or something like that. Okay. So she's like, are you sure you want to do this? Or she was scared that I'll be a bad person now from now on and take to, I don't know, whatever she thought was not cool. So everybody stereotypes, everybody's so judgmental. I think people need to stop doing that, calm down, and just, get a life. So, yeah.
So we have a lot of messages in the chat also. Mahati is saying, you are an example perfect example for beauty and brains.
So sweet. Thanks, Mahati.
True it is. Yeah.
So what kind of person, all of us have to just find it. It's not like, these days, everybody, I'm just saying that, it's not that, it's something that's temporary, and that's something that you can't help. Your brain, you can develop, you can improve your skill sets, your personality. What you have, what you're given by God, you can't change. So yeah, man, chill, don't take it so seriously. But thanks, that's a nice compliment.
So during your college days or school days, what kind of girl were you? A very serious, studious girl, or, a last bencher who used to probably, rag the friends and teachers or something like that?
No. Like I said, I was a nerd, a geek. You can see in the photos, it's totally like a first ranker, got a proficiency award, studied in scholarships and all that. So, and I'd always planned for a career in the corporate world. But now, it didn't happen. So I went back and after my first movie released, I went back and worked for Amazon. I was like, who's hiring? I'm just going to go. So that's another story. So that's another experience. Are you putting that in a question? Because I'll answer that later then.
Yes. The next video is about your corporate life.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then, I'll just...
Maybe Janki, you can just Janki, you can just put that video as she's talking about the corporate life.
Wow.
So yeah, we got few pictures also of yours from your office and all.
Not. Old
And
ones
then
have been tagged in.
and also Amedora, which you've started a fabulous ice cream parlor. Whenever I pass on that side, and definitely we would like to have a scoop from there. So yeah, this was our next question. How is this? You're there everywhere. Corporate life, you have seen. You've seen the movies and other things, and then you have your own parlor. So how do you? I mean, different things require different skill sets. So how do you feel you're managing it?
Thank you. So your research has been like awesome, but yes, thank you for liking the ice cream. So Amadora is, a gourmet salad in UDC, a sorbet and gourmet ice cream, basically. And we've started one in Whitefield as well. So yes, please go and try the ice cream. It's all natural if you, okay, I'm just promoting. just, so thank you. But I guess, see, quite honestly, as an actress, I have been moderately successful. I wouldn't say I've become like the superstars that we know of today. And that has its own reasons, right? I have to be honest. I think it's okay to speak about it. There is a lot of casting couch, and you have to do it professionally. It's difficult. Sometimes you finally part of a great film, and you think you're successful, you've arrived, and suddenly there is really there's bleak of opportunities. You're not getting the kind of work that you're expecting. So that, like I said, life is full of surprises. So what happened for me, one thing I was very sure of is to always have a backup career, especially in a very volatile career like acting, and things are not under your control. It's the teamwork. It's the audience also appreciating it. So I said, okay. And I've always told people who come to me for any acting career advice, saying, please get your basic degree, like get your education. Okay. So that tomorrow that is there to fall back on to get a job or do something. And secondly, who are already actors, I tell them that see, a full-time corporate job you can't invest in, because you'll have to be there 10 hours, 12 hours working. Whereas business, you don't have to micromanage. You can sort of invest, overlook it now and then. Of course, initially you can, be there and understand, like a few months of your time. Initially, when the business takes off, you need to be there. And after that, you can sort of, you don't have to micromanage. You can delegate all your work to someone else to supervise. So that's one thing, which is why I started Amadora. So before that, the corporate career, yes, Goldman Sachs, I interned, like I said, always planned. Amazon, there is a story to that. So from my earlier conversation, when I was saying, what should I say about it? After I was nominated for South India International Movie Awards, and after I got great reviews from Hindu and Times and all these newspaper popular dailies which said that I could act, I finally knew that okay, I could act. But then I did another film which was like some mediocre film, and I wasn't getting as much work as I would have expected. So I was just, it was a constant battle. I said, who's interviewing? I just want to go get a job. And like, who's hiring? I didn't even see. So Amazon was hiring at the time, and I went and joined them. I actually like worked. And it's funny, I didn't tell anybody that I was an actress specifically. And there were people reaching out to me, pinging me on the messenger, and as if they need some resolution for some work. And final conversation is like, okay, so can I come to your desk for a picture? And then I realized, that they're actually wanting my pictures, just like a selfie or something. I used to find it funny. Even I entered the cafeteria, everybody used to go hush, hush. And I could actually hear it, like, shush, shush, like everybody just whispering, saying, oh, she's the actress and all that. And there was this other very close friend of mine, a colleague. She said, there's this girl, she's acted in Ismail Asuri. I saw that film twice. You look exactly like her. I'm like, how can I be so dumb? That is me. And then she was quite shocked. She's like, why would anybody having a movie career come and like work in a normal, I wouldn't say corporate job is normal, hello, but that it's a choice that most people make, like the eventual path that people take, right? Like, so that's how it was. And I do plan to currently also I'm working, helping my cousin in Canada with a startup into AI and automation and all of that. So it's very nice. I feel what happens a lot of times with actors is they feel very low because there's no work, and then you don't know what to do with yourself, because it's very seasonal. Either it's too hectic with a lot of films at once, or there's nothing to do. And I think that those are the times where you feel mentally you're occupied, mentally there's reward, then I guess you're sorted to you like it, may not like it, but if you have a busy mind, I think it's positive stress. But if you empty mind, like it's devil's workshop. So that is something that I believe in. Yeah. So that's about my corporate life, or so-called whatever.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting to know, because this is, I mean, I've seen at least the only person who have seen all the best parts of all the different spheres of life. So very, very interesting to know this, Nikitha.
Thank you.
So we have one next video. Yeah, maybe Janki, you can put that and then we can talk. Nilima, if she's there, can ask the question.
What we can do is we have only 10 minutes. Maybe we can open the house to the members to pose any questions if they want.
Sure, sure. Actually, so many questions on comments are there, Nikitha, if you have not been seeing the chat. So most people, the common one is your smile is very beautiful. How do I get your smile? And so about the smile, I think maybe there may be some 30-40 questions. And the next common question is, what's your next movie?
Yeah, so my next film is not titled yet. It's called. So it's called. Oh, it's not titled yet. Sorry. So it's a horror film, a horror comedy, and yeah, it's directed by Chandra Mohan, and acting opposite this hero who will be acting in KGF 2. He's playing a younger version of Anantnag's role. So
okay.
One question by Nishchit Vyas. Could you tell us the craziest fan encounter you have had so far?
Craziest fan encounter?
Sorry, Nikitha, Guru here.
Hi,
Nilima, can the person ask the question directly, please?
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
where are you?
Nishchal, can you please unmute? Janki, can you help to unmute, and Nishchal can ask the question to Nikitha directly?
Nishal, is it?
Yes, Nishchal. So we're all partial towards all Jens, Nikitha. Hello? Today. Okay.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Nishal, we can hear.
Yeah, hi Nikitha.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, so I just had this one question.
Yeah.
So what is the craziest fan encounter that you've had? Like anything, something crazy, something weird?
Yeah. For sure. Like there was this, I don't know if he was stalking me. He said he's a manager. He was very convincing. He said there's this movie meeting. I didn't go out to, usually I meet them outside, but that day I was caught up in something. I said, please come home to meet me. So I gave the address. He had a cup of coffee. He asked me so many questions. He left. Then I realized he's actually a fan and a stalker. Like that's what happened. So it's very scary. But he was not harmful. So that's okay. Then apart from that, I think there are, I don't know, in some mall, there was a huge sketching somebody sent me. And then there are a lot of shops, photography shops in Tirupati. They've used my photograph on the hoardings for their own, like with their personal name. Like, so that is all very sweet and overwhelming and surreal to actually,
Yeah, it sounds great though. Yeah.
Thank you, Nishchal. Yeah.
So
thank you. My sister's name is Nischita. So that's, very, very close. Nice. Yeah. So that's been my craziest encounter. But otherwise, no, I have not received any letters with blood or any tattoos or anything, nothing like that. So nothing as yet that I know of, at least. So yeah.
So Ganesh has a question. Which one do you choose, Ladies and Gentlemen, or It's My Love Story, or Madamaki, or Mugulunage?
No, actually, I don't know. Depends on what you like. I think plot-wise, I really like Ladies and Gentlemen. That was on social cybercrime, basically. That's again with the opposite, a very big actor. I don't know if you know Advishesh in Telugu. Like if some of you are Telugites, Advishesh did Kshanam and those recent Gudachari and Everu and all that. So opposite him, I think that was a plot-wise a brilliant movie. Then Mugulu Nage, yes, for the acting experience, Yograj Bhatt sir was my dream director, and so was Ganesh sir. Like imagine we were all in school, yeah, like watching Mugulu Nage, I mean Mungaru Male, dancing to that, and suddenly you're growing up and trying to like work next to him, trying not to get starstruck and forget the dialogues and all that. So that also happens with Yograj Bhatt. So that was special. Ichmal Asuri was super special because. Uh, it's and that reminds me, so fan experience at the airport, there was this person who who gave me free access to Wi-Fi, and they were being very nice, serving all the things, though the buffet counter was closed. I thought they're bringing it from the kitchen for everybody else. Then I realized they all knew that I was an actress, and the kitchen staff came and took a picture. So it's very, very sweet. I think more than me, my mom gets very excited looking at those things. So yeah, I think I like all my roles. Yeah, each of it's been a journey. Yeah.
The next question, maybe we have Dinesh. Dinesh, if you can help Janki to unmute. So he has a question.
Where is it? Where is Janki?
Janki, Dinesh is unmuted?
No, he's not. I'm unable to unmute him.
Okay. So Avatar, there is one person called Avatar. I don't know what is the real name. Can you unmute? He has a question. He has a request rather.
Well, Avatar is my actual name.
Okay, sorry. I thought you kept a fancy name here. Very, very nice name, Avatar.
Cool name. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. So,
go ahead, Avatar.
My question was that the incident you mentioned regarding the audition, they came to you for filling up the forms. So do you consider it a turning point or just go with the flow?
That's a wonderful question. You said during audition, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think with anything, sometimes when we treat a situation as too important, we tend to get overwhelmed and we tend to get nervous, and we can't do our best. So sometimes, yes, understand the big picture that it's a turning point, especially with my audition and all that, but I'm just talking in general. And I think it's very, very important when you said go with the flow, because that's how it's been for me so far. I haven't gotten the kind of work that I'd be getting, like I'd look forward to right now, but which is why I said I'm looking at other things. Yeah, that audition, it was a turning point because it changed my life after the movie came out, not necessarily after the audition. So yeah, but also go with the flow. So tomorrow it came out and it did well, so fine. But it didn't do well, okay, it's a learning experience that you did something like called acting. So yeah. So
Thanks.
Going with the flow is very important. Sometimes we just get so we need to put on our blinders and do it. I think sometimes finding your passion, we get like, what's your passion? We get so worked up. It's very overrated. You find your passion by living whatever is given to you, like doing your 100% with whatever is given to you. That's all.
Yeah, that's very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Avatar.
Chinmay, this one question which Dinesh wanted, saying, Nikitha, one Kannada movie dialogue. So Dinesh, you could not unmute him. So one Kannada movie dialogue. Your favorite movie dialogue?
Okay, I'm trying to recollect. Dammanata to something. There was a Nim Prakara. ನಿಮ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಲವ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ನನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಪಟಾಕಿ ಡಮ್ ಅನ್ನತ್ತೋ ಟುಸ್ ಅನ್ನತ್ತೋ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹಚ್ಚಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, something like that, man. I forgot. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but there was no like solid some period film dialogue that I've done yet, so I wish I could. Oh yeah, there is one. I can't say that yet because that movie is not out, but it was like proper don't smoke sort of a dialogue. Like what was it? Wait, let me think. Okay, it's okay, it doesn't ee nagarake enaitu, yeah, ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ whatever, that that is there, no, that dialogue. So she's that character, she smokes but she says that dialogue as a disclaimer, swashakoshavannu, something happens, and like that's a big dialogue. Sorry, I didn't do so pretty well in this because like I said, I didn't have like, it's all just conversations. I haven't had like a monologue yet. Yeah.
Fair enough. So before we
want to hear. Sorry. Tell me, Neelima.
Can we take any one last question?
Neelima, I think Alekia has a question. Janki can unmute Alekia.
So sweet, everybody. I'm reading the chats. It's like, oh God, I wish I had the time to answer everything. By the way, please follow me on Instagram, nikki.narayan. So I'll leave like a tab or something so you can all ask me questions over there and I'll answer.
Alekia is online.
Hi Nikitha.
Hi, how are you?
So I had this question. If you had to choose one career for the rest of your life between corporate and cinema, because you are doing very well in both of the careers, which one it would be?
Again, I wish I could do it all. Like Priyanka Chopra says, why can't I do it all? Why do I have to do, like, choose only one thing, but I think with family support, I'm hoping to do whatever takes more of my time, and whatever I see more success and progress in, I think that's just a practical thing to do.
One more thing. My junior wanted me to say this. He's a fan of your smile.
Thank you. That is very sweet.
Thank you, Nikitha.
There are so many questions. Neelima, what do we do? Can we send these questions apart from, she said in Insta we can ask, and we can send these questions to her offline and get some answers?
Yes, we can do that.
Verified page like nikki.narayan. So somebody spoke about Madamakhi also, pretty cool. So I heard someone knows Mr. Karant over there, who works in Giruguru, who's played role in Madamakhi. So there are a lot of challenges while shooting. Sorry, do we have time?
No, if you have time, we can extend a little. 6:30 it was to go, but we can have maybe 5 more minutes for sure.
Yeah, sure. No, I said, so yeah, that reminds me of that movie was in the forest. So I had a leg fracture, then some plant allergy and all that. So it's very challenging, and like 100 men on the sets, no caravans. So you'll have to use the trees, if you know what I mean. So that was there. And another movie after Mugudunage, I met with an accident. There was a lumber tree log that fell upon my forehead. You can't see it because a good plastic surgeon like stitched up the gash. You can still see sometimes, which is why it sort of slowed things down. So I just wanted to tell you all that life can slow down, and if you have to go the philosophical way, you just don't give up. Okay, just fight back and just do it again. Yeah.
So Pranita has raised a hand. Janki, can we unmute and see her?
Who's laughing? That's cute.
Yeah, Pranita, you're there.
No, hi.
Hi, Pranita.
Yeah, hi. We have watched your movie. That is very nice. But I'm hearing.
Yes, Pranita, go ahead.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, we have watched your movie. That is very nice. Except Mugudunage, we have not seen anywhere in Kannada. May I know there are any Kannada other movies which you acted?
Something called Madamakhi. I think that's out on YouTube. That got out recently. Sai Kumar, Tara Ma'am, and all that. So it's a adventure movie, thriller. I mean, ಯಾ ಬಟ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸಬ್ಳು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮಿಸ್ హైదరాబాద్ విన్ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿಂದ నేను అక్కడ ఎక్కువ తెలుగు మూవీస్ చేసి తర్వాత కన్నడకి వచ్చాను. సో కన్నడದಲ್ಲಿ ఐఎమ్ హోపింగ్ టు డూ మెనీ మోర్ ఫిల్మ్స్. ಖಂಡಿತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Okay. Chinmay, it's 6:30. Maybe we can, we have a birthday today, so we can wish the birthday girl and maybe conclude after that.
So cool. Happy birthday. I'm also a Taurian, by the way.
Oh, wow. So the girl who celebrated a girl, the dynamite who's selecting the birthday today is Rekha Ramesh, our little HR, who deals, in fact, leads the entire 400 plus members organization just seamlessly. So Janki, can we have a song for her and unmute everybody, please?
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Rekha.
Thank you everyone.
Happy birthday, Rekha.
Birthday gift to Rekha.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nikitha.
तो शायद वो डायरेक्टर के पास चला गया, तो वो उसको बॉबी में
Happy birthday,
जय कर तू
Okay, Janki, you can mute everybody.
నువ్వు అదే లాంటి చేస్తావు, నీ దగ్గర లాగా మార్కెట్ 100,000 స్టాక్స్ వస్తాయి, నువ్వు ఎలా చేస్తావు?
Janki, can you mute now?
Everybody?
Nikitha, I think there are a lot many more questions. So as we discussed, maybe we'll send you separately those questions and pass on your answers for that. Though many people have also told that one I could see a person has told he has seen Mugudu Nage 10 times and eagerly waiting for the next time, which you come on the screen. So yeah, so maybe 1-2 minutes you could take and sum up what do you feel. I mean, what do you feel about finally? So there were so many questions on a different spectrum. One final message you want to give it to all of us?
Yes, that I think actually I already covered that. To just not to be mindful of the present, not to dwell in the past, not to dwell in the future, and to just live in the present. Because both thinking of the future and the past is going to cause a lot of worry, and that's something that I've learned. So I think meditation and these tough times, especially having a work-life balance, and I think also since I come from the creative background, also especially all of you are such professionals. You're all like consultants, lawyers, and accountants. So you need to. I think. Like we tend, especially Indian jobs, we tend to get so, it's so wonderful that Guru and Jana is doing something like this. So we tend to get absorbed only in our jobs, come back home. Then of course we spend time with family, but it's just, I would say please invest your mind in something creative as well for yourself, like learning a new skill, anything creative, or playing a sport, or just learning music or anything, reading books. I think it's wonderful. So these kind of things, especially now with quarantine, all of us staying at home, I think it's a nice getaway, and to hone our creative side also, I think is very important. Since, like, that's why I said, since all of you are professionals, it's very important to I mean, research has proven that the moment you do something creative, like, you're painting, it could be anything, you tend to focus more on the, left side of your brain, your logical work as well. So I think that is one of the suggestions. And of course, yeah, and just like I said, live in the present, be happy, and go with the flow.
So that was wonderful, Nikitha. Nilima, can we just conclude?
Yes.
Sure. Awesome, Nikitha. Thank you so much again. It was very, very live, as well as a very lot more motivating few things. Guru, maybe few words, Guru.
Can we, before you give the formal vote of thanks, can we unmute for everybody? All of them can thank her.
Janki?
Nikitha.
So much, ma'am.
Nikitha.
Hey, Nikitha. For joining us,
Hey
Nikitha.
Nikita, thanks for joining
Nikitha,
us.
thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
On your camera and put a double cheers.
Hey, go Nikita, yay!
Advance happy man.
Nikita, Nikita, Nikita,
Bye.
Nikita, Nikita.
Can also everybody put your camera on and double cheers if you have really loved the event. And Nikitha too, if you have loved sharing your memories with her, a double cheers to as well, please.
Yay, thank you guys. Lovely. I had a lovely time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nikitha. We can conclude now, and would love to see you again sometime soon.
Thank you, Guru, and like Guru and Jana for the company, as for having me, Guru, Chinmay, Nilima, all the participants actually. It was really wonderful. It sort of made my day. So thank you. Hope to connect with all of you soon.